You ready to start?
I'm ready to start. You ready to start?
Welcome to another episode of the Catalogue podcast. This is the podcast where we, and by we, I mean me, Apo, and my co-host / co-founder, Vincent. We dive into the Disney Plus streaming service and we tell you, the listeners.
And the viewers now.
We got cameras set up in the studio.
We got cameras. Whether this makes it to YouTube or not, that's yet to be seen for us.
Exactly.
For you know.
Exactly. That's exactly right. For you, you know.
You, the viewer, will definitely know.
If it makes it to YouTube.
You, the listener, might know, but we got no clue. We don't know what's happening, you know?
But this is a podcast where we dive into Disney Plus streaming services. We tell you if it's worth it or not. And today we've got a very special episode because last week we said we're going to wait till season 2 to start talking
Episode 51.
Episode 51, start talking about like TV shows and other things. But we just said we're jumping right into it.
We were just like, let's just do it now.
Because we're like, why do we have to wait?
That's right. We got no one to report to.
It's not like people are like, bro, I'm waiting for that. I've been craving that Avengers episode. Like,
We've got zero emails.
We have zero emails.
So
we got some emails.
Yeah, they're all spam.
Yeah. But like Bathsheba from like the UK in 2016 who was dying of terminal like lung cancers.
Yeah.
From like asbestosis and whatnot.
But that was on your email.
Oh, that was on my email. That's true.
So asbestosis.
It's all the money, man. Her entire estate, she was going to give it to us to send to charities around the world.
Us. We are the charity.
Exactly. We could have just been like, we're the charity, bro. We're stealing it. Like all your houses, all your cars, I've got them. Imagine if like there's a person out there who's just been waiting for years. It's like, no one's, I'm dying here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give my money out.
That is an interesting hypothesis.
I mean, there's probably better ways to do that now.
One scammer, well, one person who's like not a scammer, one Nigerian prince. It's just, you're just fed up with the high life. He's got too many Lamborghinis.
Yeah. But you know what you would do if you were a Nigerian prince? You just go on YouTube and be like, hey, I'm a Nigerian prince. Here's my 10 Lamborghinis. All 10 of these could be yours.
That's right. Do like a Mr. Beast.
Like
retweet this and you'll get 10 Lamborghinis.
I've retweeted Mr. Beast like 3 times, haven't won anything, so I'm just stopped doing it,
Yeah, because not many people retweet him, so surely you'd have a high chance to win.
I thought I had a heaps high chance to win, man.
Hey, that's all right.
Hey, but
you're going to struggle opening my phone, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it's over. This podcast is over. But today, guys, guess what? We're jumping into Marvel's potential biggest hit of the summer, or summer in Australia, Wandavision. Vincent, this is the start of phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it is also the start of the Marvel TV universe as we know it, Vincent. Now, we're going to preface some things up top. One, we're pretty big Marvel, like MCU fanboys.
We're big Marvel heads. We're big superhero heads.
Look at my head. Like, it says Mikanori, but it should say Marvel. Also, shout out Mikanori. That's why I've got my hat on. I'm wearing my hat inside because you can do that in podcasting.
I feel like I should have sunglasses on or something.
No, because we need to see your eyes. We need to see the empathy in your eyes.
You see the empathy.
Although there are podcasts where people wear sunglasses inside.
Yeah, isn't that Jake Paul podcast? Like they just wear sunglasses.
Yeah, probably. They wear hats. And like, this is funny because this could not be got up to YouTube. I'm doing like motions to the camera.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll just see what happens.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was a weird noise.
But we got to preface things up top. We are Marvel fanboys. So if you're not into Marvel and you're wanting like an honest review of things, like, I'm sorry. What are you expecting
from me?
I can't give it to you because there's going to be things that we're going to get hyped about. There's going to be things that we're annoyed about, but it's always going to be less than what we're hyped about.
Yeah.
In a Marvel movie.
Most certainly, yes.
Like, we're the people that go into the theaters and we're watching all the Fast and the Furious. We're watching all the monster movies. Like, I'm going to be there for Godzilla King Kong and I'm just going to be like, I don't care.
Bro, I was in Carl's Jr. last night.
Oh, yeah?
On the TV, Godzilla vs. King Kong. They got like a Godzilla burger and a King Kong burger.
And we haven't done that for a YouTube video.
We haven't done that for a YouTube video. This is the first time I knew about it. So like, this is what we're going to do.
Why don't we do that today?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
You
had Carl's Jr. last night. I can't be doubling you up.
No, that's right.
But also, just for the viewers as well, if this is the first time that you've listened in to the podcast, because it's on a an easier.
It's a visual medium.
It's a visual medium. It's easier to consume.
It's eye candy. Like, look at this eye candy. Look at this, like, frame that face,
I don't know if you're going to see his damn Everton t-shirt that's been like through the wash one too many times.
I wore the wrong gear. I forgot we were filming this one.
But quickly go out, change your gear.
I'm not going out to change my gear.
It'd be funny, like halfway through the video, it's just a sudden, and you've just got like some killer Italian like t-shirt on.
Yeah, that one. That we can do that.
We can do that.
This movie magic.
But we should jump into the thing. I'm going to get you to open this up because I'm going to hit you with a synopsis. But I'm also going to hit you with some facts early because each episode of Wandavision, you know how much that cost?
500 mil.
Well, that's big time meals. No, it was 20 million per episode with a total of, this is estimated, with a total of 200 million. Like total. You know what I'm saying? Total of 200 million total. So it's got the 8.2 on the IMDb. It's got the 91% on the Rotten Tomatoes. Now, I had all these reviews on my phone, but like my phone is now filming. I didn't think this through.
You didn't think this through.
But I'm going to hit it up on Vinny's phone. Can I tell you something though? The amount of bots that are in these reviews is insane.
Yeah?
Insane.
Bad reviews or good reviews?
Bad reviews. Because they're all very short titles with like almost the same one sentence.
And the username is like Warner Brothers 45.
I love Aquaman, like 86.
Vision, get some real ears, 45.
Bro, Tony Stark, I'm glad he's dead, 67. But essentially, I can't find it because I can't deal with androids. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, also, look at this. If you want your own back catalogue phone case, we might be able to get it for you.
They're expensive though, because
they're expensive.
They're like custom made.
All right, well, we won't be able to get it for you.
Oh, we can get them for you. You just got to pay.
Oh, you got to pay out the wazoo. Also, we got t-shirts coming. But Vincent, I just locked your phone. Hey, essentially the synopsis is Wanda and Vision are living together.
Yeah, let me do this. Let me do this.
That.
Two superpowered beings living idealized suburban lives suspect that everything is not as it seems.
Yeah, that's right.
Full stop.
Full stop.
That's a fine synopsis.
So essentially, for those, if people haven't watched this is spoiler heavy.
This is spoiler heavy on the whole season. Like if you haven't watched the whole season,
yeah,
you probably should.
We're not going to go through every episode in detail because like how long we're going to be here for.
And Ollie, you specifically, you can listen to this because you listen to our commentaries of Wandavision, which we have on our Patreon, so you can listen to that. Yeah,
because we're doing, so what we do is when we watch Wandavision, except for this last episode, but we did a live commentary of all the episodes of Wandavision, so you can watch it with us. So if you want to hear like two ethnic men just go, oh my God.
Bro, that's wild.
Like every 20 or so minutes, it's silence.
It's silence and then, bro, did you see that?
And they're only 40-minute episodes, so it's every 20 minutes. So we only need to say like 3 things in the whole episode.
That's right.
No, we're talking about stuff. We talk about whether or not Vision has particular body parts. You don't know. You got to go to Patreon to find out. That's where you got to go. But Vincent, this TV show, starts off in the 1950s of TV. Yeah. The theme of the 1950s, and then continues all the way to modern day entertainment. So we're going through things like the Dick Van Dyke Show, the Honeymooners, the Brady Bunch, I Dream of Jeannie,
Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
Modern Family. Wandavision.
They're just simply Wandavision.
Wandavision.
In the final episode, simply Wandavision. Now, I'm going to talk about the fact that...
Also, we're doing a review on the whole season?
The whole season.
Okay.
The whole season. Okay, this is just a Wandavision wrap-up.
Yeah.
See, we talk about things on air.
We discuss. I rocked up, we're doing Wandavision. All right.
Vinny's actually got like the thing playing.
I'm actually watching it now, like on the side. You can't see it.
But... a lot of people, when they first watch this show, because this is the first one of the lot, this is that TV show that everyone was like, are these Marvel TV shows going to be the next big thing? Are they going to be as good as the movies?
Are they going to be the business?
Are they going to be the business? Are they going to make the dollary dues for Disney Plus? Because I don't know about you, but that's the reason why I signed up for Disney Plus initially. Other than this podcast, obviously.
To make dollary dues?
Yeah. No. to watch all these new TV shows. For example, Wandavision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which we're going to be chatting about next week.
Is that coming out next week?
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
Comes out like 14th, 15th of March.
Bro.
Wait, is that tomorrow?
That's not tomorrow.
We're going to be talking about next week. Oh, yeah, we got to do Loki to the camera. And also the new Loki TV show. So this was the very first one that was coming out. So everyone was hyped about it. And it started off with 2 episodes. One being the Dick Van Dyke Show. And the other one being I think it was the Honeymooners. Episode 2. A lot of people who watched it, not us. I found that we enjoyed, and again, Marvel fanboys, you know how we do. Like Marvel till I die, bro.
I got Marvel tattooed on my chest, bro.
Just like we pull it up, we just got Marvel DC's you know that dude that wheezes that tattoo? Yeah. We got DC at the bottom, Marvel's at the top, just weeing on DC.
Oh man.
We actually enjoyed DC as well.
Yeah, we just like superheroes.
We just when we went into Batman vs Superman, a movie that we love to this day.
Absolutely love.
Put in the photo of, I know you're not going to be editing these, but put in the photo of that dude that just goes, to this day. Because that's how I feel when someone talks to me about Batman vs Superman.
We went in there and they were like, Martha? And we're like, that's the same name.
We're like, bro, that's from the start of the movie. I cannot believe this.
That's what I mean.
We're in there hyped. Remember we brought our own maxi bonds in?
Dude.
You remember that?
We're off the chain in our younger years.
Dude, we were sneaking in maxi bonds. I brought the box in, man. How are you going to hide a box? I did it. Well, I can't even see. This is our issue. I go on tangents. I can't remember where we were. But also Mick and Nori's hat. But
no, we're talking about how a lot of people didn't like the first 2 episodes because they were a bit, for lack of a better word, they were a bit like low key. Not low key like Loki. Loki like low key.
Yeah, not Loki like Thor Loki. Shout out Chance the Rapper. But you're right, Vincent. So a lot of people came into it not expecting it to be simply almost a imitation of all these old TV shows. In that case, it was the imitation of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Yeah. And a lot of the humor was that. In fact, all the humor was that. For us, well, for me, I can't say for us because I can't speak for you, but I'm going to speak for me and you, of course.
Just speak for me, man.
We thought that was hilarious. And the thing that I found so hilarious about those early episodes was that they didn't half-ass it. They went in.
Dude, they went in. For the first, probably 4 episodes, I guess.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
I really should have gone through what the episodes were roughly.
No, because the third episode was.
It went. Every episode was a different decade.
That's right. Yes, the third episode was Brady Bunch 1, where Wanda has her babies.
Yeah, that's right.
Did I say Baby Bunch? Brady Bunch, where Wanda has her babies, and that's the big one where things go wild.
Yeah, that's right.
But the first 2. There is a little bit of weirdness at the end of each episode or towards the end of each episode, but it's simply just Wanda and Vision in that world.
Yeah.
The first one is it's dinner with their boss, and the second one is the magic show.
Yeah, that's right. Which are funny because, Vision's doing Vision things and Wanda doing Wanda things.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. In these worlds.
But the one thing I really liked about that was they didn't just jump into... You doing
I'm doing eyes to the camera.
You're giving eyes to the camera.
I don't know where to work. I'm working you. I'm working the cameras. I'm working the people. I'm working you. I don't know. This is new to me.
But I liked how, it was a lull. It was a bit of a slow start. And you're like, hang on, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You were like, give me something because you've been waiting for Marvel TV since the beginning of Disney Plus. And they were like, give you something. Just little things.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of people say WandaVision would have been a perfect TV show if the first 3 episodes were scrapped. It's no, but that's not the thing. You can't just go to the end. You can't just go to Captain America lifting up the, Thor's hammer at the end of Endgame. You can't just go to that. You have to build to that and understand that character in that universe.
That's right. Well, I think the main thing was you had to understand Wanda, the world she's built for herself, because it's you get inklings of, oh, this is a TV show, but someone's watching this or what's going on here.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. And because it was released on a episode by episode format, the first episode released at the same time, but then it was episode by episode every week, it allows you to be thinking for that week, Friday to Friday or Saturday to Saturday.
That's definitely the way to release things.
I hate just slapping things onto a streaming service.
I hate the slap, bro.
The slap, man. And I know that binge watching is like a very comfortable thing to do, but it also like doesn't allow you to build hype.
Yeah, see, I can't binge watch new stuff because if I do, then I consume too much of it and I'm exhausted after it. I'm like, bro, this is too much, and I've just lived in this world for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
And then I'm out. And it's like, bro, why can't I fly or something like that, you know?
I've worked so hard. Why can't I do something crazy? That's why I don't think I'll ever be able to get into Game of Thrones. Because if I was getting into it on a week by week basis, I would be like, oh man, like, hey, this person's like having sex with their cousin. Like, that's crazy. I wonder who's going to get pushed off a cliff next. Like, whatever happens in that show. I've only seen the first episode, but whatever happens in that show.
Yeah.
I also think that with TV shows like The Office, like it's fine because what's going to happen? Like Dwight's going to get pranked.
That's right. Something like that, like a sitcom that follows on but doesn't really follow on, and it's not like this whole world that, you know, you're immersed into and there's cliffhangers like, oh, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here?
And throughout then, as Vinny's like alluding to, throughout this whole thing, we understand that Wanda is creating her own world, and she has created her own world within something called the Hex. And there's all sorts of people living in that town of Westview, which is the town that it's in, that were actually residents of this old, like, dilapidated town. That were all at the start of the TV show, you're assuming that they're taken hostage by Wanda, which was one of the craziest things because you're thinking, why did she take like all these people hostage? But again, you also think to yourself, is there elements of loss and trauma that this TV show is trying to bring forth? Is that what we're doing? Are we doing the whole thing of, oh, this is a show about moving on? And I think that's probably wasn't done too well. Because I think that's what was the aim was about letting go of people who had passed away or letting go of people you had lost. Because, I mean, the last episode is simply just that. The final like 10 minutes of the last episode is letting go. But I didn't get any of that all throughout. It just felt like at the end where I was like, Wandavision, like, she's in the 1950s, she's in the 60s, she's in the 70s, she's in the 80s. Now she's like dealing with tragedy and loss. I will just stick that in the last episode. Last two eps, like just tragedy and loss. We'll just stick it to there. Like just sweep it under the rug at the last couple episodes. And then people will be like, oh man, there's some feeling here. Yeah. Do you agree with such statements?
I mean, didn't really, maybe, I don't know. I
mean, it was good for you, is what you're saying. Is what you want to say. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. But I think that Marvel haven't always done the best of like bringing in real life emotions to these movies. Like I feel that other movies that do superhero things, just superhero movies in general, there is the potential to bring real world issues into the forefront. But I feel that Marvel haven't always been the best at doing it. Like for example, in Endgame, and I know we're going to talk about Endgame at some point, but Fat Thor, how he's just a joke.
Yeah,
this is a man that's lost everything.
That's true.
And he puts on weight and then he's like, oh bro, you're fat. That's hilarious. I can't believe it. Like he eats burgers and whatnot.
That was hilarious, but they should do the initial like comedy and then maybe.
Yeah, it just never became, it just never like, took like a step back and said, oh, actually this guy's going through his business.
Yeah, there was only the thing where he like sees his mum.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of... Anyway, we're not talking about
And she was probably like, oh, you lard bucket, get out there. You know, because Marvel always have to throw in like jokes.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not talking about Endgame, but I will for a second for the fans. But that's the issue with Endgame. That it's just jokes 24/7.
That's the issue with Endgame.
That's the issue. Find out more. Episode 50, I guess. I don't know. We don't know what we're doing here.
We don't know what we're doing.
Because we've got guests coming on next week.
Stay tuned.
We've got to get 3 cameras in there. How the hell are we going to do that? Barely get 2.
Oh, there's not enough room. Got to get rid of these shoots.
I think that, I mean, there's a lot of key players in this. There's obviously Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. There's Paul Bettany as Vision. There's Geraldine, who's Maria Rambeau. I don't know what the actor's name is. Do you want to search up the actor's name?
It doesn't matter.
Bro, put some respect on Geraldine's name. Put some respect on Gerald and put some respect on that dude with the bushy moustache.
Don't worry, we're in there.
People want to know. Put respect on these people's names.
Her name's Monica. That's her.
That's her. That's her.
Teyonah Parris with 2 R's. So Paris.
Yeah, Teyonah. Find the man with the moustache.
Find the man with the moustache.
You got to find him because he's hilarious. I'm hearing birds like tweeting in the background. Like they're just on Twitter, just like putting in slurs.
I ain't got no man with the moustache here.
The man with the moustache isn't on there?
They don't have like man with the moustache. They don't have him.
They haven't got his photo? Like he's a man with a moustache.
Oh, David Lingle.
David Lingle. D. Lingle.
Lingle. He was Phil Jones.
Phil Jones. Something Proctor, right?
Something Proctor, yeah.
Yeah.
What's Proctor?
Is that his last name?
Yeah, how did you know?
Because I was searching it up last night. I got it on my phone, but I'm using my phone to film things.
He's in Coming to America.
Oh, that's a movie that I need to watch. It's probably got like a 5.8 on the IMDb.
Probably less, bro. All right.
But I think that probably my favourite character in this whole series, from the start to the end, has to be Catherine Hahn's character, who starts off as
the nosy neighbour.
The nosy neighbour, Agnes.
What a name, Agnes.
Is Agnes, right?
Shout out to any Agneses out there.
Agnes, if you're out there, like that's a great name.
Top tier.
Because she also became Agatha Harkness, who we didn't know this person.
I don't know that person. I still don't know who that person is.
I'll search it up. She's just a witch in the Marvel comics, series. Now, if you want any like details on like Marvel comics and like deep dives, don't come here. Don't disrespect us and come here because we don't know what's going on. We'll tell you about the movies. I'll tell you about the movies. How was that?
And the TV shows.
And the TV shows now. I'll tell you about them. And Vinny will tell you about them specifically. But not the movies. Now, I think Catherine Hahn, and I know I've just said this before, but Catherine Hahn is like the LeBron James of this series because she needs that respect on her name.
She's got 4 or 5 rings.
She's got 4 or 5 rings. She's done so many good things, but she's never had the respect. Like one of our favourite movies, Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, yeah, she's
Doc Ock.
Yeah, Doc Ock. Female Doc Ock.
It's just Doc Ock. Like Doc doesn't matter. Well,
that's right.
Well, it doesn't matter what the names are.
I'm just specifying for the viewers and listeners that
it's a female.
It's a female.
Yeah.
Like she's not going like, oh, I'm a Doc Ock. She could be. I'm just saying. I'm just clarifying.
Like Catherine Hahn, she's got like range.
She's a little LeBron James. She can win with the Cavs. She can win with the Lakers. You know,
dude. LeBron James won the 2 hardest championships of all time. He won the COVID championship. And he won 3-1 down against Golden State Warriors.
That's what it's got on his ring. COVID champion.
It's literally got like the COVID, like bloody the thing that you see under the microscope. Yeah. What's that called? Whatever it's called.
I don't know.
But Agatha Harkness, or Agnes, I thought she was amazing all throughout because you always suspected something about her, but at the same time you were like, she's just a hilarious nosy neighbour that
that's
wonders
the thing.
created.
Like I didn't think she was a bigger part in anything. Until it came up as, I don't know what episode it was, like 5 or 6 or maybe like 8 or 9, who knows. And she was like, it's actually the Agatha show. And then it went to her intro and you were like, bro, what the hell?
And that, have you seen like all the like, it's like Agatha, it was Agatha all along.
Yeah.
Like trap music.
Oh.
Like it does it with like, so it's got like Agatha all along, but then like, it's like the song coming in and then like trap music starts coming in the background or like electronic music starts coming in the background. Very good. Easy to search up. There's a lot of memes that have come out of WandaVision, including, grief is love persevering, the quote by Vision, which I think is a great quote.
That is a good quote, yeah.
Grief is love persevering. And to come out of Vision's mouth as well with Paul Bettany's accent.
Paul Bettany. Let's just talk about Paul Bettany for a second.
Let's stop talking about Paul Bettany for a second. Let's stop talking about Paul Bettany.
Stop.
No, as in, let's stop and talk about Paul Bettany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The way you said that was, let's stop talking about Paul Bettany. I was like, I just started talking about Paul Bettany.
No, continue. I'm happy to talk about Paul Bettany. I could sit here all day.
Paul Bettany, like number one, he looks sharp as hell in every single era of TV. Our man's got the correct sweaters. The finale episode where he's got the rock turtleneck. Dude, if he had the chain over the top.
My goodness.
They just feed in the memes.
Yeah, dude. And that one is a meme on Grape Juice Boys. Like, drip is the source persevering.
Yeah, that's Quality stuff. Absolutely quality stuff.
But yeah, you're right. I think that, and I think it goes for both of them. Both of them are just like, they're timeless. You can put them anywhere you want. You can put them in any movie you want to put them in, and they will fit and make it work. Yeah. Like Elizabeth Olsen. Not only, I mean, she didn't get really much play in the Godzilla movie, unfortunately. No. But she's a great actor. But she was in the Godzilla movie that we both loved, which is wild. If you haven't seen Godzilla like 2014, 2015, whatever it was, maybe even 16, that movie was wild. Elizabeth Olsen was in it. But Paul Bettany, man, as well. Both of them, I think, not only did they do such a good job of taking on characters of different eras, but as Wanda and Vision themselves, I can't think of anyone better. I can't think of anyone, especially in regards to Vision, that plays that role of being that really, really clever but naive individual.
Yeah.
Who's still learning about life.
Our man's brand new.
He's fresh out the box.
Fresh out the box.
It's like he's still got the new sneaker smell.
He's still got the sticker on his on one of his ears. Yeah, that's right. And Wanda's like, no, I don't want to take it off, you know?
In saying that, how good would a Scarlet Witch and Vision like Nike drop be? Like imagine some Air Maxes with like their colours.
That would be great. I wouldn't buy them because I don't wear those type of shoes.
Yeah, that's true.
But
you're strictly like New Balance or Reebok.
I'm strictly Adidas, bro.
I thought it was checks over stripes on this podcast.
No. Stripes for me.
All right, well, we're done here. Because like now you're lying to individuals. Like last Cocoa Pops video, now you're lying to individuals. But yeah, no, I think that those two characters and those two actors are the best. And I'm looking forward, obviously, I don't know how Paul Bettany is going to come back into the piece, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the future of Wanda's going to be. And we'll talk about that in a little bit because I have some theories. I've got some brilliant theories. But we're going to quickly jump into our man's Quicksilver.
Our man's Quicksilver. Oh yeah, just out of nowhere.
It was one of the wildest reveals on and like obviously they're doing cliffhangers, like shout out Sylvester Stallone, they're doing cliffhangers. But that was one of the wildest bits of the entire series.
That was crazy. Because everyone knows who that is in the X-Men universe. Mm-hmm. And he just rocks up because he's kind of the same character.
He is the same character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the end, he turns out to just be some random head.
That's right, yeah. Like Philip Boner or something.
Yeah. That was great. My man's just like, chilling a Rasta Beats in his man cave. That's what he was doing at the end.
Yeah, he's in his like, is it an attic or is it a basement that he's in?
I think it's an attic.
It's an attic, right? And he's just got
Which is funny because in the X-Men, he was in the basement.
Yeah, and it looks very similar to his. It does. If you go back and watch Days of Future Past, that's where Quicksilver makes his first appearance in the X-Men movies, which Days of Future Past, one of the best X-Men movies, one of the best superhero movies.
100%.
But the Quicksilver scene in that is one of the best scenes of all time.
That is top tier.
Not even just in superhero movies.
Just a great scene.
Just in general. And I thought they were going to recreate it at some point in this, in the show as well.
Yeah.
But then I thought maybe like, you can't just be stealing people's stees, you know?
Yeah, that's probably fair.
But if you want to steal my stees, hey, go to mickandori.com, give them an email, shoot them an email, they'll get you out a hat. Like, you probably got to pay, but they'll get you a hat. If you want to steal Vinny's stees, like, bro, you can't, that's
they don't make edition. These anymore, bro. This is worn.
They don't make the Chang, which looks like it's got different letters on it now because it's all faded. They don't make that. But shout out Everton, This is, if you know Vinny, you know this t-shirt. We've never worn it in an episode like on YouTube before, but you know that's Vinny's t-shirt right there.
That's right. Like if you go to the same supermarkets as me, this is what I'm rocking.
That's right. And that's what you were rocking this morning when you went to the supermarket.
100%, the supermarket.
Now, I think what we'll talk about is we'll just jump into towards the end because we're going to keep these relatively short. We're going to keep these to 30 minutes. Just to preface this also, we got no idea how we're like structuring this review of sorts. Oh, we're just jumping around. We're just talking about highlights. And that's exactly right because we don't want to like go through every episode because that's just going to get boring. If we start talking about, in the first episode, this, and this happened, then that, and that happened. We're just hitting our favorite bits. The hits is the Wandavision hits. That's what we're going to call this episode. Wandavision, the hits. And the
best of Wandavision.
Probably best of Wandavision is a better way of doing it. Because I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with bits. Like a bad version of bits, Like the hits and the bits.
The hits and the bad bits.
The hits and the bad bits. I think we should talk about the last couple episodes because that's where things start to go crazy and you start to realize that Wanda did create this town as it is in the TV show.
She's a puppet master.
She is the puppet master and she took control of all these people because what happened earlier on in this piece, Vision bought a plot of land for him to live on.
Yeah, you find out that, Vision bought her some land for when they finished doing Avengers stuff, I guess. Yeah. They were going to build in Westview.
Yeah.
And she goes there and she gets real upset and she creates this world for herself.
Yes. And she also is able to create, because the whole time you're thinking she stole dead parts of Vision, like the broken parts of Vision and put him together back again.
That was wild. She created Vision from a piece of her from the Mind Stone in her.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was wild. When you found out that, bro. And then you find out Sword, who we haven't talked about, but Sword.
Yeah, so the next part of S.H.I.E.L.D., because S.H.I.E.L.D. is now in space. They're doing space shields now. So now we've got Sword, which is a government agency that's, doing superhero things. But she created this city, this town, and also took everyone hostage, essentially, took control of their minds so then they would fit within her TV show and within the changing of the TV show as well. But little did she know there was family that were outside of this hex, which they call it. Or there was family that Wanda didn't want to use, so they were just stuck in their room for the whole time.
Yeah, that's crazy. At the end when the lady was like, my daughter, she's been stuck in her room for 6 months.
Yeah.
Let me see her. I was like, bro, what the hell?
Yeah. I think because I think this is the thing that I was trying to take from it, because the whole time you're thinking, Wanda is, you're rooting for her.
Yeah, because she's the hero.
Because she's the hero.
Traditionally.
Exactly right. And also because you've seen everything that's happened to her and she hasn't had a good run.
Nah.
First movie she's in, her brother dies.
Her home, city, country.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
That's exactly right. Second movie she's in, she blows up a building with all these people in it.
Bro, she's not doing well.
She's not doing well. Third movie she's in, Mans dies.
Vision dies, she disappears.
Then she disappears. Then Endgame, obviously Vision's still dead and she's back, and she has one of the wildest things in that movie. But we'll talk about that in the Endgame one. She's had a rough trot, so you want her to win, and you want this to be real. Initially, Vinny and I were thinking, is this just in her mind over the first couple episodes? But then when you start to see the TV, you start to see that it is a TV show that she's making.
Yeah, because Sword move in. Our man's Jimmy Woo.
Oh, shout out Jimmy Woo and Darcy from Thor.
Kat Dennings.
God, dude, Kat Dennings, Catherine Hahns,
good performances.
Great performances.
I wish Kat Dennings was in it more in the end.
Yeah, she comes in
She just disappeared.
Yeah, that's right. Because she was caught up.
She was in Westview. She got hexed.
Yeah, but she was also caught up with all them road signs and whatnot. Remember how?
Oh yeah.
Because later on in this film, although Wanda is she's the puppeteer, there's also Agatha Harkness in the background who is a witch. And her whole thing is she wants to be the most powerful witch in the world and she doesn't want anyone else stealing all the power. She wants to take the power from them. So what she's doing is along the way, she's changing different things to make Wanda think that things are gone wild. I don't know, to play with Wanda's mind.
Who knows?
And to play with everyone's mind. And this means that she puts up roadblock, whatever, all throughout the movie. But in the last couple of episodes, we start to realize that Agatha is a witch.
She's been pulling strings.
She's been pulling some strings. And then that essentially leads to the battle in the last episode, which I'll be honest with you. The last episode, I got some qualms with it.
Yeah, I didn't like the last episode.
I didn't like it either.
Every other episode, I was, oh man, what's next? This was insane. You can listen, if you're on our Patreon, you can listen to us end off every episode with, oh man, you for real? This one I was watching, I was like, this hasn't done anything for me.
No.
You know?
Yeah. And in the episode, it's because the whole thing is a fight between.
You don't have to explain it to people like these.
Oh yeah, that's true. But the whole thing is a fight between Wanda and Agatha, and also two Visions.
Because Sword make Vision again out of
just whatever they got.
Yeah. Also, that was another thing. So when they were fighting in the library or whatever, and the Wanda's Vision was telling the fake Vision, whitewash Vision, that if you're fighting Vision, you're actually the real Vision, and they're talking and things like that, and then the white Vision becomes Vision.
Yeah. And then he leaves. Then he leaves the piece, right? He gets out of there.
Does he leave or does... Because I thought from that, I got that, okay, so the Vision that Wanda created gave all his memories or unlocked all the memories of the white Vision.
Yeah.
And the white Vision then became that Vision, and that Vision came out and was like, I'm Vision. Because essentially they're the same person.
They are the same person, yeah.
Yeah.
But the white Vision, David Duke, shout out David Duke. Well, not really shout him out because he's a horrible person, but he's white. He flew out of the hex. So that means that he's in the universe somewhere.
But that's what I'm that doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't the Vision that Wanda created just leg it somewhere?
Because if he goes out of the hex, he's dead.
Yeah, but he's going to die anyway because he knows he dies in the end.
Yeah, but that's what he wants. He wants to just hang out with his wife before he dies.
Yeah, Poor but then bloke. What's it going to be? Then the other Vision comes back and it's like, well, I've got all the memories, so I'm technically the same person.
Well, that might happen in a later movie.
That's what I mean. That's if Vision really loved Wanda,
he'd leave. So then she can just see her children die.
Yeah. But she still had Vision.
Yeah, but she sees his Vision. She's probably like, oh man, you're not as cute as the other Vision. You're just plain white.
He turned into what's it called?
Did he change the colours?
Yes.
No, I didn't remember that.
Bro, 100%.
Did that happen?
That happened.
Man.
Unless I was watching Wandavision episode 10.
That's true. There could be a secret episode. Apparently people were saying there's a secret episode. But what this all leads to is it leads to Wanda becoming the Scarlet Witch. Which in the comics, Wanda Maximoff is the Scarlet Witch from the X-Men universe. She's the Scarlet Witch. She's brother with Quicksilver, sister of Quicksilver, right? And
she's the Scarlet Witch is the most powerful sorceress.
Most powerful.
Which they said she's more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. So Doctor Strange, watch out, brother.
Dude, and that's the thing, because in the next movie that's coming out, or one of the movies that's coming out.
Oh yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. She will be in it.
As the Scarlet Witch, probably.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what I'm going to get into in a little bit. But I wanted to say, that last episode, because the whole thing, and I mean, I guess we're hype beasts. You'll see us at the Supreme store, we'll be at the front of the line, right?
We want that box logo.
I guess that the movie was giving you so many cliffhangers and so many what's coming next that the last episode did feel a bit off because there wasn't that big reveal or that big thing. Rather, it was just a battle. But I do wish that was split over 2 episodes so then we could get a bit more. Because really, the battle between Agatha Harkness and Wanda was just take this and this.
The other thing is, because Agatha Harkness can absorb the power.
Yeah.
But she's dodging.
She's doing dodges.
She's doing dodges. Yeah,
I'd be going into
hit
it.
Me, bro.
I'd be trying to reach my hand out if one's missed.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's a strange ending. It doesn't really. I feel that the end of the show also makes that whole Agatha character just come out to be just stupid. It just sort of doesn't build on anything for her. I would have loved if they kept her in the universe in some capacity.
Well, she is in the universe. She's still in Westview.
Oh yeah, she's the nosy neighbor now.
So she'll come back.
She'll come back. Yeah, I guess. I guess people want her to come back as well. Twitters will be doing polls. But yeah, I felt that the last episode, just probably this last 9 minutes of this podcast, just went downhill.
It just felt like a bit of nothing.
And we should say that I'm wearing a hat inside. We're doing a podcast. We got microphones, so whatever we say, it's the truth.
It's the truth. We speak only the truth here.
We speak only the truth here. You ever seen a man wearing a hat inside that didn't speak the truth?
Does Joe Rogan wear a hat inside?
All the time, I think.
And he
wears sunglasses inside.
He speaks interesting things.
And a lot of people that go on there speak some interesting things.
They most certainly do.
Hey, but Joe, if you want to get us on your pod, we'll talk Wandavision. We'll do it.
We'll talk Wandavision with you.
Like, just give us a couple mil, bro. Just give us a couple mil, you know? Like, we need it. Like, look at my stew, man. I've just got toys up here. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't see them.
I can see. We've got like, what's it called? Like Weet-Bix tins in the back.
We got Weet-Bix tins. Like, that's what we're eating. That's what we're eating this afternoon. We got Weet-Bix tins to eat, man. We're like, you know, throw us a bone here, Joe.
Joe.
I want to talk about the 2 after credit scenes before we give our review of the entire series. Like our whether it's worth it or not. I got two after credit scenes to talk about. The first one is an exciting one because Maria Rambeau, Geraldine.
Oh yeah, we've got to talk about that. Like she just absorbs bullets.
Yeah, she's got powers which are somewhat explained.
But also her eyes light up different colours.
Yeah, blue and yellow.
Dude, that's
like those cats that have like one blue eye, one yellow eye.
Dude, is she one of them cats?
She's one of them cats.
Do you reckon they can absorb bullets?
I don't want to find out. I really don't. Bro, I wish like love and respect to every single cat out there.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Shout out Tux.
But the first after credit scene is her meeting up with someone in this cinema. And I was thinking, what's going to happen here? And the person turns into a Skrull. Well, they are a Skrull, but they turn back into a Skrull.
Yeah, I'm a friend of your mother's.
And that's right. Yeah. So for those who don't know.
Your mother sends her regards. Bang, bang.
And she just got shot. She's like, bro, I absorb bullets.
You
saw this earlier.
It was on TV.
It's true. It was on TV. The Skrulls, for those who haven't watched or who haven't heard about them or haven't watched Captain Marvel, they're shapeshifters and, you know, they're good people who are working with Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. And they're like, you got to go up.
Yeah. Which is where Samuel Jackson was at the end of one of the movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember what movie.
He was, you know, watching the sun set like on a simulation or something.
Yeah, yeah. And he was in space. I think it was at the end of Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Yeah, because is that the one you find out that it's not actually the real Nick Fury?
Yeah, yeah. There's the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. That's right. See, Vincent, we get, like, Vinny's got one puzzle piece, I got the other. They match.
They absolutely match.
They match.
It's not a big puzzle because it's only 2 pieces, but like they match.
2 pieces better than 1. And 3 heads are better than 2. So tune in next week because we're going to have a 3rd head sitting in this seat that you can't see.
That's right. There's hopefully going to be another camera. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we might not do cameras for that. I don't know.
We'll just do it, bro.
We'll do it. We'll do it. I'll just hold one like this. I'll be like, bro, my arm's getting tight. Halfway through the video, it's like just at his chest level.
Just slowly like drops down.
And also,
we're doing, what movie are we doing? Recess. School's out.
We're doing Recess. School's out. That's chosen by the friend of the show who you'll find out next week. But the second after credit scene was almost similar to the end of Infinity War with Thanos in that in that hut in the garden sort of area.
But also, you notice the camera jumping around. I didn't know what happened was there. I thought that was going to be something. But
you know what I think? I heard that
someone couldn't work the drone.
Someone couldn't work the drone.
Like, bro, there's too many buttons on this thing.
But I heard that the back end of this TV show was quite rushed at parts because of COVID. So I don't know if
we're going to get the drone. We're going to fly the drone.
I don't know if that's why the last scene looked weird and it was just like janky. It might have just been like the CGI in the background just looked a bit strange.
Maybe. But anyway, she's just in a hut.
She's in a hut. She's
drinking tea and then you see in the back it's Scarlet Witch. She's reading the Book of the Damned or something.
Yeah, she's reading the Book of the Damned and in the background you can hear her children's voices. Which is making me think...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
...that this is the start of that multiverse madness, that she's actually going to create the multiverse that we're going to...
And Doctor Strange is going to be like, bro, relax.
Yeah.
You know? Heads can barely keep up with this one universe.
That's true.
Like you walk into a comic book store, hey, so I want to read some Doctor Strange. Yeah, what universe? So we got universe 616, and then we've got universe 384, and then we got Earth 1.
I think that's more DC, is it? Or is that Marvel?
It's both, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they all got all these different universes and it's like, oh yeah, you're talking about Earth 277
Oh yeah, where Spider-Man actually had kids and they turned into just actual spiders. Something like that.
Mary Jane just started shooting out eggs, there were just spiders in them. And everyone was gone wild. The doctors were like, we've never seen this before. Get the raid. Get raid.
Get raid.
Just in there spraying.
Oh man.
But I think that not only is she going to open up the multiverse so she can get back to her kids or bring her kids back in, But this is, and I mean, this is something that many people talked about. This is how they're going to bring the X-Men or the Fantastic Four into this universe.
Yeah.
Because the Fantastic Four are out there. You can't tell me that they don't exist within this current universe.
Why not?
Because how are you not going to know about like the greatest superhero team of all time? Like the Avengers, they helped the Guardians of the Galaxy came and helped the Avengers. You don't think Fantastic Four are going to be like, oh man, this is some Earth-ending business. Like, let us go down. Like, we're not going to go down and help out.
So you're saying they are in the universe?
I think they're in another multiverse.
Okay. Yeah, well, they can't be in this universe because they would have helped out.
That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Fantastic would have been like, bro, I need to do this.
He would have slapped Thanos from like the other side of the planet. That would have been like, what is going on? It's getting slapped. Which I think is one of the funniest superpowers like to have.
Yeah, to just slap someone from any angle, any location. You just slap some man.
Like you come in through like the little crack in the bottom of the door and you slap a man's. But I'm excited for that. I mean, it might not be happening anytime soon, but I'm very much excited to see what will be the repercussions of the Scarlet Witch altering dimensions and altering, the multiverse.
And just doing Scarlet Witch things.
Because she's,
Because apparently the Scarlet Witch is meant to end the world. End the universe or something.
That's what Agatha says.
Which, like, why is that a thing for people? Why do people want to destroy the universe?
Like, what's her name in the X-Men? The Phoenix. I think her thing is like a whole bunch of like world destruction. Well,
like, what for? The Phoenix makes sense because like, maybe like they rise from the ashes, Dumbledore business.
That's true.
That kind of stuff.
And also like, because she's like some space like thing that she probably hasn't got very much control over. But you're right. Why would someone's plan be to destroy the universe? What
are you going to do then?
Nothing. You can't even like laugh about it.
Like you just be in the void and be like, hey, remember that time that
oh, bro, we all dead. And like, we don't know what happens when you die. So you might be able to tell them like, bro, I did it. Like,
yeah, that's right. There's just like a whole bunch of spirits around like, you see this, suckers?
And it's like, bro, this life is better than what we had. And he's like, oh yeah, that was my plan all along, I mean, we could get into afterlife talk here if we want to, but we've got after dark talk to talk about.
We got after dark talk.
So we're going to jump into our review and we're going to tell you whether this TV show was worth the $8.99 for Disney Plus admission. And I'm going to tell you something right now, right here, right now. This is big news. This is like a good 8.5 out of 10 for me.
This is a good, yeah. I'm going to agree with you there. It's a good TV, even though the end was a bit half-baked,
Yeah, half-baked.
Took it out of the oven too early. But if you like your steak rare, it might be okay then.
Some people do. I personally don't. Too many bloods. Too many platelets like on my plate. I want minimal platelets on my plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just want one plate.
You just want one plate.
You don't want any more like smaller plates.
Which is wild that there's those like Beyond Burgers which are vegetarian, but they like be putting blood in them. Not like real blood, but it's like beetroot juice. It's like, bro, you wanted a burger with blood? Here you go. But it's beetroot juice. It's like, this is the bit that I didn't want. And especially a burger. I don't want blood coming out of my burgers.
You want a bit of the juice. You don't want the blood.
I'm happy with juice, but you can just put oils on that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I don't need blood. Like, oh my God, what have I done to this? I thought this was plants, bro.
I've killed the plant.
I think that this is the 8.5 out of 10 on the IMDb for me. And I'm going to say that these episodes are good to watch from the start for two reasons. One, because lead-ups are important.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't just get to the climax.
You can't just dive in,
Can't just dive in, man. Got to dip the toe first. Well, also, like, part of life is about sometimes just diving into things. But not TV show life.
Especially if you're like Olympic, like swimmer or diver.
Especially if you're a swimmer.
That's your life.
Especially if you're a swimmer.
So dive in. Don't dip the toe, just dive.
Because if like we're shooting guns and you're just like, it's actually a bit cold.
It's actually a bit cold. Oh, I should have worn a wetsuit.
Could I just quickly, just quickly get a wetty on and you're just like in there like, just trying to pull it up.
People are finished. Like they're doing the gold medal celebrations. You're like, all right, let's go.
Should I wee in this before I go to like warm things up? Apparently that's what you meant to do. That's what the surface tell me.
It's not what you meant to do.
That's what the surface tell me. But I also think the other reason, not only because of the lead up, but I also think that those early episodes where they do go back to those older TV shows are so well done.
They're so good.
And everyone puts in 100% effort into being those characters. There's no one half-assing it. The costuming is great. The set design is awesome. And also, just for a bit of fun fact.
Now, are you doing clicks?
Just for a fun fact, the first episode was filmed in front of a live audience.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like pre-COVIDicus.
Pre-COVID. What do you think, Vincent? What do you think about this show?
Dude, I like this show. This is 100% worth it for me. It was a good show. I enjoyed 95% of it. And I enjoyed the last episode. I like the fights. I mean, the Agatha and Scarlet Witch was a bit dead, but I like the Vision ones. The Vision one was like, I'm in the library now, I'm talking. Like, that's what it was. No, the cool thing was like, they'd punch and then he'd like phase and then dephase and you'd have his like arm hooked in his other arm. Yeah. And then he'd like smack him with his own arm and stuff like that. That was cool. That was cool.
The phasing was very cool.
Yeah. Which we haven't really seen that much.
No. Cool, because also in Endgame, Infinity War, he was unable to phase. Because he got stabbed.
Oh, that's right. He got stabbed. He got messed up.
Because like if Vision's, because you had to get Vision out of there.
Yeah.
Because if Vision's in there, what are you going to do? Vision is Superman.
He is.
He's the Superman of that universe. You can't do nothing about him. But that's not what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about that in the podcast that we've already done. Because Infinity War, we've been and done that.
Anyway, that was an enjoyable TV.
I think
series.
also
hopefully this was an enjoyable.
I hope so.
Review.
We were a bit like, looking at you like I'm a bit scared, like I'm nervous. Like this is our first date. It's like a first date. Like I don't know what to say. But one thing that I really enjoyed, and this is something that I reckon you guys should do at home if you haven't watched it, which if you haven't watched it at this point, like, come on, man. Watch it with your mates.
That was another thing I have to say. I think the last episode wasn't as good because all the other ones we watched it together were like, are you for real?
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it with you.
Yeah, that was good. That was good fun.
Anyway, this is the part where we tell them where they can find us.
So you can find us on YouTube, which some of you may have already found us on YouTube. I mean, I guess you can also, check out Mick and Ori. They got too many downloads. So
they got YouTube videos now.
They got YouTube videos. That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Patreon. Patreon.com.
Yeah, they got YouTube videos. They're going to get more views than us.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, look, if the stew gets better because they're getting good views, I don't care.
That's right.
Get me some more cameras in here. What am I going to do? This is an iPad that we're filming on here. We got photo. We're doing photo booth here,
We're doing photo booth.
Anyway, go on. Sorry, Vincent.
What else am I talking about? Yeah, Patreon. Have a look at us on Patreon.
Have a look. Have a look, bro.
Have a look, bro. Yeah. What else we do? We've got a website. You can check that out. That doesn't really do much for people, but, it's there.
It's there.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. All the links will be down below. What else do you want? That's it. See you later.
Click that subscribe button. Click the bell. Because now we're going to like and subscribe. Dude, we're doing YouTube videos, bro. We're going to do YouTube videos here.
The last YouTube video we did on a podcast was you eating a sandwich pre-podcast.
Yeah. Which
is hilarious.
That is hilarious. That was literally 3 days before everything was locked down.
Hilarious though.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all. Next week, special guest.
Who's it going to be?
Is it
going to be you? No, it probably won't be.
Probably won't be.
No.
I mean,
probably no one's watching it, so it could be.
It could be.
Just be no one there.
We'll just be like, oh, yeah, we couldn't get a camera. So what did you think of that movie?
And then you hear yeah, no, actually, it was pretty good, eh? Yeah, it was all right. And then, that's a great point that you just did there. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that you said that's a good point from me.
That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
I mean, that's what we should do one time.
And we'd actually film it and just one of us puts on a fake moustache or something.
I'll put on a fake moustache.
Yeah, over your normal moustache.
Yeah, just be a bit bushier.
Anyway, that's all.
Farewell.
School's out. Recess school's out next week. Stay tuned.
Farewell.
See you later.